What's going on, YouTube family? Now, you guys always say that I never talk about anything positive or bring you guys any good news. Well, today I'm bringing you great news. The CEO of Jaguar has been fired or stepped down. Now, this is really big news when it comes to the British icon because they've been suffering from so much heat and so much pressure. They've had record sales fall-offs in Europe, which is absolutely horrendous. But more importantly, the brand is in jeopardy because when it comes to future sales, they decided to launch a new concept car and people just simply weren't impressed. So we're going to go over all that and see if Jaguar can actually turn the page, bring the company back, but more importantly, will they bring back the combustion engine? Now, it's no secret that the Jaguar ad campaign has literally set the internet on fire. Even my friends, my grandfather, my dad, my mom, everybody that's not even in cars saw that ad and absolutely laughed and said, what the hell is this? And I think everyone shares the same sentiment. Because of this, Jaguar put themselves in hot water because people didn't know what to think of it. They wanted to leave it controversial and leave it open-ended, but all it did was hurt its brand. And more importantly, it hurt the new concept car. Now, I personally actually like the concept car. If it's all electric, I think it works. But because Jaguar's advertising put such a sour taste in everybody's mouth, I believe that it actually hurt the new concept car quite a bit because they can't look at it with open eyes. They're basically looking at it through tinted glasses saying, this is crap, this is whatever BS, we don't want to be a part of it. So now Jaguar is at a crossroads. What are they going to do to actually bring back this British icon? I think they need to bring back the combustion engines and start this all off with a gas-powered V8 sports car. Now, I know this sounds crazy, but we have plenty of proof of this because EVs are just simply not selling. Even the government walked back the EV mandate. Ferrari put out a supercar that was 100% electric, and guess what? This was the first high-end Ferrari that nobody ever ordered. The SF90, nobody wants. The new Dodge Charger, that's an EV, nobody wants. They can't even get rid of these things. They're offering crazy leases now to get them out. Tesla is having record low sales. They're basically pushing out all these leases just to get the cars out. So the EV market is simply not as big as what they thought. And if Jaguar decides to basically push this mandate and go all the way to EV, I believe the brand is dead. But if they can resurrect a nice coupe that's a V8 and maybe a luxury sedan, I think Jaguar has a chance. Now, unfortunately, I don't know a lot about the new CEO, the guy that's taking over, but I'm hoping that he sees all this crap that they basically went through and realize that people don't want 100% EV. Jaguar is a very traditional brand. It's like I said, a British icon. And when I talk to some of my friends overseas, they are absolutely horrified about what they did to their brand and how they love these cars. And even worse is I've watched the resale of Jaguars fall even more. So imagine if you purchased a current model or even a classic Jaguar, you took 10 to 20% off your vehicle value because of what this stupid company did and their advertising. Now, I'm hoping they do the right thing and go back in time and find some of that classic styling and that elegance that they had before. Now, Jaguar has always been plagued with build quality, multiple issues. The company's been sold multiple times. Now it's owned by Tata Motors out of India. So we're hoping that maybe they'll put a little bit more emphasis in quality, brand origination, because I know their whole thing was to remarket and to rebrand and do something cool and stir up a lot of controversy. But obviously the EV mark totally missed. And the whole, I don't know what the hell that campaign was in the video, made no sense to anybody, literally set the internet on fire. This is a great opportunity for them to literally do a good, solid rebrand. They need to bring back a naturally aspirated V8 or a supercharged V8, like I said, with a coupe or a sedan. Bring back some of that classic styling that people love about Jaguar because there's always these really sleek, swooping lines. I talked about my last video about Jaguar that one of my favorite cars of all time is the Jaguar XJ220. Now, even back then, it was extremely controversial because it was a twin-turbo V6, and people thought it was really weird with the rolling headlights, but is one of the most beautiful cars I believe that was ever made. And this thing is sexy. Even the classic E-types, pretty much you can go back to any classic Jaguar, and they are beautiful-looking cars. They had such an amazing line and just a very elegant stance, and that's why people love Jaguar. So like I said, they have a great opportunity to bring this thing back. Don't know if they're going to do it, but unfortunately the way the automotive world is going, everybody's trying to do the exact opposite of what customers want. I'm very interested to see what direction Jaguar is going to take because believe it or not, I think a lot of automotive manufacturers are watching Jaguar to see how they react because the market is extremely unstable. A lot of the things that all these major automotive groups were doing was pushing forward this EV mandate because the government pushed it. And even when the government walked it back, some of these companies are still trying to put out some of these EVs that nobody wants. So I want to see what happens with Jaguar and see if it can actually reset the market and push everybody in the right direction. But anyways, that was just a quick video. I just wanted to give you guys an update of what's going on. We got some really fun stuff coming up Wednesday. We're going to actually go into the auction doing some car stuff and showing you guys. But anyways, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you follow me on Instagram at Lucky Lopez, and we'll see you next video.